And welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday morning. Hopefully you had a great weekend. It was absolutely gorgeous weather, and I hope you got out there and enjoyed it. This is my time of year. I love it. Hopefully you do too as well. Thank you so much for watching us right here on Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week. The great thing is, though, if for some reason you are out enjoying all that amazing weather, you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube as well as the thirdhandvideo.com. It's Leanne's website, and you can just look on the Owatonna Today tab and find us there. But we do have our own channel on YouTube. We want to make it as easy as possible, so we've also done an amazing thing and put ourselves on Facebook. So the great thing is Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to that. And we're doing a special that Leanne doesn't remember we're doing, but we are.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're giving away Renaissance tickets. Yay! So if you'd like a pair of free Renaissance tickets, you can like us on Facebook. If you've already liked us, like this post, this episode, and we will get your name into that. So you can go to the Renaissance on us. We love to do that. So make sure you take care of that today. And stick with us. We're going to be talking to the United Way campaign leaders, as well as talking about what fair trade is. And so those are great topics. And so we're always looking for more great topics. Feel free to let us know what topics you've got going on in your life that you'd like to have here on the show. We'll be glad to do that. You can contact us at owatonatoday.net. Look at that. There it is. At charter.net. It's Monday. Or you could call us at 390-5751 and we will try and get you on the air. So stick with us. We'll be right back after our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Pete Connor. I'm here to say some things about an upcoming bicycle safety course that's going to be held here in Owatonna. It's called TS 101. It'll be held on the 26th and 27th of September. It's for people who are riders or drivers of bicycles that want to learn more about bike safety, about bike rules, and about bike handling technique. If you have any interest, give me a call. I'm at 456-1099.
And we were here with the Owatonna Today Show. I'm loving this because we're all like watching our commercials. What is Pete doing? There's a bike guy? That's so awesome. That's the great thing about Owatonna is we're doing amazing things all the time. And one of the great things is it's United Way time. And so we're going to, first of all, if you guys don't mind, we'll start with you introducing yourselves.
Sure. I'm Pete Grant, Superintendent, Owatonna Public Schools.
Okay.
And I'm Stan Groff, Director, Steele County Public Health.
Okay.
And I'm Julie Rethemeier with Federated Insurance.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Because this is such an important, the United Way impacts so many people within our community. It is a huge community project, and so we're asking the community to step up and be a little part of that. But I want to start with you, if you don't mind, Pete, and talk to me. You've got we've got a new spin on it this year, in the sense that you have a group of organizations kind of helping run the campaign.
Right. And I don't know a lot about the history, but I do know that it's quite a task for one individual or one organization to take on the United Way campaign. And this year, I think it was supposed to be Mayo Health Systems turn. And Dave Berg thought about, is there a way we can do this differently? So, the school district was approached, and I said, sure, we'd be glad to do it. I mean, the interest of what United Way can do, especially for our younger kids, it's a great partnership to consider. And then I know that Steele County was invited also, and so, here's three entities that really have a lot in common with the community. And we can make a lot of things happen with the the number of people we have involved in it. We can share the burden, if you want to call it that, of getting out and doing the campaign, whereas at one organization it does take a lot of time and task. So, for the school district, we're excited that we get to be part of this.
Has the school district ever been a part of this before?
I'm not sure. I think it was a long time ago that they may have, but we've been a supporter.
Of course.
But this time we said we'd be willing to come out and stand up and say, the community is part of us and we're part of the community, and the service to our kids is really important, and we thought, here's an opportunity for us to get in there and do our share.
So as a school district, what kind of things have you done so far? Because we're just in the beginning of the campaign, but what kind of things have you done?
Well, I know we're visiting places and talking about the United Way campaign and encouraging people to donate and so forth, but we're also talking about how it connects to us. And it really comes down to our youngest students. They need things to help them read, get prepared for kindergarten, help younger families on how to have things ready when they enter either preschool or kindergarten. So for us, it was a really easy concept for us to say, well, sure, we'd be more than happy to be part of this, because it's going to help our students be better prepared. And what could be better than helping our youngest kids get prepared for school when that is an early time when you can capture them and get their interest and help them get a solid start.
Well, I want to talk to Julie a little bit, because Federated has, of course, been a corporate sponsor. And so as you see this new model, what do you think of it and the process that it's going through?
I think it's great. We were a corporate campaign leader,
Yes.
so the model up to this point has been a corporate campaign leader. This year we're doing the community model. And as Pete alluded to, it is a lot for one organization, but the neat thing too is that you get so ingrained in it, and that your whole organization just really gets connected and gets to be a part of it. And so the neat thing now is we get to spread that wealth among more organizations, because every organization that you talk to, Justin's was last year, it's been the clinic, the hospital, they all, and many more, Wells Fargo, US Bank, I'm going to miss some of them, but you just feel so much more connected to the mission of United Way. You get to know so much more about the agencies and the services that are provided, that being able to spread it out amongst more people is just, it's going to be a benefit to our community, because we're all going to have a better understanding. And the neat thing is, they invited us back, so not only is it the community, but it's kind of a homecoming or a retro that we all get to have a little bit of it, and I think it's great. It's fun to be able to do that and to be able to speak for the United Way.
Well, and I think it creates a more passion for different programs, and I would imagine, and I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine that as people kind of learn about agencies and the corporations, that they may fall in love with one, and then they start volunteering for that one where they may not have done that before.
That's exactly true. And I really encourage, I know at Federated, and I think other corporate campaigns do this as well, but they have representatives from the agencies or from the programs come in and talk to our employees during the campaign, and that makes just such a huge difference for people to get connected, to understand what they do. And you're right, we have a lot of employees now who are volunteering in some way, shape, or form.
Well, and that's what I wanted to talk to Stan about, because we all know about United Way. We see the big thermometer. The name is not foreign to us, but sometimes what the United Way really does can be. And so we know that they do good things, but exactly what those good things are. And so through the corporate sponsorship, we've been able to start that education process. But I'd like to continue that education process a little bit today and tell our viewers, what are some of the things that the United Way does to help the youngest of ours, or even those throughout the community?
Sure. The United Way actually funds 26 agencies this year. Actually not agencies, programs.
Okay.
The United Way has had for quite a long time now an interest in funding specifics for specific kids or adults or whatever. So with the number of programs in the various agencies that, for example, go to support kids in school, that's a preventive. And to the extent that we can get in front of social issues, educational issues, poverty issues, you name it, we're just all that much better off.
Yeah. Well, and so let's talk about, what are some of those? Do you have an idea? Can you give us a quick, maybe glossary idea of some of the programs that are brought, that the United Way does sponsor?
Well, the United Way is a top-rated United Way agency in the country.
Okay.
Ours specifically, because we don't just stick to a small money-raising effort every fall. Ours is a stretch goal just about, well, every time, not just
A stretch goal
this
meaning
time.
it increases every time.
That doesn't necessarily increase, but we aren't satisfied to sit on our laurels, so to speak.
Okay.
And so always trying to maximize revenue for these valuable programs. I see Julie brought a brochure. I'm not going to read a brochure to you, but places like the food shelf and the homeless programs and again the kids programs of one kind or another all go to prevent worse kinds of problems in the community. And with Steele County Public Health, the reason I said, yeah, let's do this, is that our mission is all about prevention and prevention in the community. And so if we can get ahead of these problems, the costs go down, human suffering is alleviated. I always call it the 3 Ds, disease, death, and disability. All of those are prevented. And it's our goal to increase social functioning for the benefit of us all.
So Pete, when she was talking a little bit about the people getting, the different corporate sponsors, kind of getting a little bit more passionate about the United Way, are you kind of hoping that might even spread to the students and then they might bring that home to their parents and that kind of thing?
You know, yeah, because a lot of our kids have been the beneficiaries of the United Way. And, you know, it's easy to be a taker. I mean, it really is when you're on the short end of a stick and, you know, who's out there helping me, who can I go to? But it's really important that we convince our kids that you can receive the benefits of an organization like United Way, but also what are you willing to give back? So yeah, there'll be fundraising going on in our schools and so forth, and that's really just to show that there's ownership between us and what United Way is trying to accomplish. You know, and as Stan alluded to, really what we want is we need to be more proactive than reactive to what's happening in our community. The more we can help people up front, you know, as Stan alluded to, you know, helping them have better health options, helping our kids be better prepared for school, giving people an opportunity to find avenues of employment or whatever, all of that is proactive, and it promotes the idea that we're here to support and help versus we're reacting to, okay, now we've got a problem, what are we going to do? And we kind of act that way. That's how we act in our school, is to be proactive as we possibly can.
Yeah, and so it makes complete sense.
Yep.
And everything affects everything else.
That's right. I mean, we're all linked together.
Yes, we are.
Which just makes so much sense to
This
be
isn't
able.
separated by entities. I mean, we are part of the fabric, and it's a great opportunity for me, exactly, the school district, because we are part of the fabric of the community, and we look forward to this opportunity.
So Julie, if people are interested today, they're like, oh, wow, yeah, no, that makes sense. They want more information. They'd like to learn about those things. What can they get? How they can they do
Yeah, and
that?
I really encourage people, even if you think you know what the United Way already does, get out there, look at another organization. I mean, the mission will come to life even more for you. So you can go to our Facebook page, you can go on our website, you can talk to your employer if they have a corporate campaign, find different ways, look for these different brochures and pledge cards, and really consider giving and potentially giving more to help the United Way.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. I love having you guys here.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have in studio with me Sonja Parr. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really good. I would like you to do a quick introduction of yourself
Sure.
so that everyone knows who you are.
I'm Sonja Parr, born and raised in Owatonna, and I was a pastor for a number of years in Wisconsin and in different ministry capacities. And I'm now have started a business called Imago Venia as a fair trade clothing educator.
Tell me a little bit about I'd like to know your path from pastor to a fair trade educator. Kind of what took you there?
Well, I left ministry and decided on a year of personal leave from my ordination so that I could really look at the things that we're talking about in the pulpit, but fair trade, particularly with clothing, is something that is inaccessible, I feel, and I feel like awareness needs to be raised about it, and as pastors we could maybe mention it. We can't make it available, we can't really do that education about what are the ethics behind our clothing, and so I'm looking to do that now.
Okay, so what was your first introduction to fair trade?
Oh my goodness, my first introduction, I honestly don't even remember. Probably growing up here in Owatonna at Associated Church, we carried the Serve sale. And Serve is mainly sort of decorating items and the home decor and the jewelry. And that was exciting, and we kind of understood that this was for a good cause or something like that, but as a child not fully understanding what that meant. And then I worked at a clothing store throughout seminary in St. Paul called Hot Mama. It's now called Ever Eve. And that made me more and more aware of different lines and what was going on with that differentiated those different lines of clothing and what was important about them.
Okay. I think if people walked into a coffee shop anytime soon, they've seen fair trade, but they may not understand what that is. So let's start there again. Let's define what fair trade is.
Yeah, and so fair trade is available in chocolate and coffee, most prevalent. But fair trade means that there are working conditions that are guaranteed to the folks who are making our products and have their hands in those goods throughout the world. And so here in the U.S. we have labor laws that make our workplaces safe as well as our wages fair and appropriate. And so when you're working in another country, you don't have those laws to protect you, to regulate the goods being produced. And so how is it then that we can be in a better relationship with those folks who make our things, because we now live in such a global world, I think. And so how is it that we're in those relationships and doing our best to be good citizens of that global world?
And it even extends into environmental, being responsible environmentally for the things that you wear.
Yeah, and those pieces are not necessarily guaranteed with the fair trade, but I do cover them within exploring the ethics of our clothing, because a lot of our clothing is at the top of those harms to the environment. For example, a pair of jeans takes 1,800 gallons of water.
One pair of
jeans. That's scooping a lot out of, for me, the boundary waters is the image in my head. And my goodness, I don't want to buy those jeans once I think about that. And so, for example, Levi's has a line of jeans that uses 96% less brand new water.
Okay.
And, uses new techniques of how to do that. And you can find those things out by Googling your brand that you're looking at, reading a label. I encourage everyone to read labels more than anything, is probably go and look at those labels and figure out what is going on when this product is being made. And Levi's has a great description of their social responsibilities, and that does cover the environment in some, waste in some. They make a product called Waste Less, where they'll recycle plastic bottles to make jeans.
Okay.
And so the possibilities are endless, and we're beginning to to use our creativity in that, and it is an art when our clothing is made and expresses who we are then.
Well, and you were talking about the educating part of it, and yet you've also kind of decided, okay, just talking about it isn't enough. You've decided I need to bring some of that to the area.
Well, I think so, and I think that as a pastor, it's certainly not within my beliefs that we would feel guilty, that we're a part of harm in the world, but I think that that can happen, and that is where we are in some ways stuck, but we can get unstuck because we do have access to the information. But the fair trade clothing is nearly inaccessible to your average shopper, and so how do we make that accessible is certainly part of my vision.
So let's talk about. So you brought some items here today.
Yeah.
And these are all. So these were made in working conditions where people were safe.
Exactly.
They were fairly paid.
Yep.
And they're not, of course, from here from the United States, because as you said, the United States has their own labor laws.
Exactly.
So these are going to be from other countries.
And so, for example, every product that I carry, currently I'm carrying a line called Liz Allig, and currently, so this brand on the tag will tell you the story, and that's something really fun about a lot of fair trade is you can see the story, you can see actually the person who made your clothing or one of those co-ops where it's made. And so, for example, this is 100% cotton, but it's made by Bolivian women who are entrepreneurs. And imagine how hard that is to do in that kind of country. And so the obstacles that they face, we want to go in and work with them and help them with that.
And what I love about this is a very stylish jacket. So you don't have to worry about maybe wearing something that looks like it's from Bolivia. It's very stylish.
And a lot of fair trade clothing that's been available is sort of the ethnic fabrics or the batiks from other countries, and that's not necessarily what we're shopping for in our trends, our comfort, our fit. And so Liz Allig has this tagline that they are fashion forward fair trade.
Soft.
Yeah, it's an amazing. So we're
Wow.
going to use organic cotton that doesn't carry all those chemicals. And actually in our clothing, 10% of the chemicals are often carcinogens.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So we wonder where we get that cancer,
Good.
but and that's okay if that falls. Okay. So another example that's really great is this is a recycled flour sack.
That is so cute.
And years ago, my grandmother tells me she used to make Dad's clothes and her clothes out of flour sacks, and somehow we stopped that. But people love, and a vest is going to be year round. It's going to be.
The color scheme is really great.
Yep, and you can, and then they're unique. They're one of a kind. Everyone's made from a different flour sack, and so some will be bright and some are more pale, and that's just really fun. And they'll recycle buttons.
And where's this one from?
So this is made in Ghana. So recycled by the women in Ghana, and then made in.
And again, a cute little style. What I love about this one is that on the bottom here, you'll see it's got this really cute panel. So it really does, style is important.
Oh,
with
exactly.
this
Yep.
line.
And she's a great designer. The designer for this line is out of Indianapolis.
Okay.
And so also, sort of local, that's not a problem. I really want to get this one in because it's made from banana fibers.
What?
Yeah, and so that's going to go through the.
Can I smell it?
Yeah.
It does not smell like bananas.
We've taken the scent out through our chemical processes.
Yeah, it does. Because I want to eat it. If it smells
similar
like
softening to the bamboo processes that we've seen some bamboo fabrics. And so we have those opportunities. Yep, and so this is a technical school and in Kathmandu, and so it's made with the banana trees in Nepal. There's some different processes for using banana and spinning it into a fiber, but we have we have those possibilities.
And this is very Minnesotan, This
Yeah,
is
right.
made in a very warm location, but yeah, we can definitely easily wear something like
and
this
it's kind of a silk wool then, and you can wear this under your cardigans all year, or you can and so it's going to go into fall really well.
We can hang this right here on the table.
And then one more, we recycle all those T-shirts that we in the U.S. are good at accumulating when we run our marathons and our 5Ks and our mission trips, and recycle the men's button-downs.
This is so cute. Let's hold this
This is
up
the
a little
men's
higher.
button-down right here on the pocket, and then as well on the back. And then the rest is just T-shirts put together.
Super fun.
Our T-shirts end up in piles in third world countries and not used. So
cute. And then you have one more.
Yeah. And this is a hand knit wool, and it's made by underprivileged women in Nepal.
So cute.
Yeah, and again, you could put a long sleeve under this and wear it anytime.
Looks kind of retro too. That's kind of fun.
It does.
So if people are interested, how can they get a hold of you to talk more about this?
And you can email me, my full name, SONJAPARR @gmail.com. You can call me. You can use my cell phone number, which is up there on the screen. as well as I have a blog, imagovenia.wordpress.com.
And then, so people, again, this could just be a chance to sit and talk about it. Do you do public kind of education things sometimes
Exactly.
too?
That is the idea, is to go into communities of faith and communities of learning and talk about what is fair trade, what are the ethics that matter to us that we want to now shop with and read the label for. And so I can come in and speak at your community group, at your
Yay.
church, at anything, and facilitate that conversation.
Good. Thank you so much for your time today, Sonja.
Thank
Beautiful
you so
products.
much.
We
Thank
love it.
you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Pete Grant, Superintendent, Owatonna Public Schools. We know that the financial stability of a family depends on good education. The United Way programs and initiatives prepare children to come to kindergarten ready to learn and offers mentorships and tutoring through the early school years. We're proud to be part of this United Way Community Campaign leadership team and encourage you to give generously this year. Our children are counting on us, and we're counting on you.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
So we're going to take a quick look at some community service announcements. This one is important. Southbound I-35 Bridge Street exit is to be closed for 30 days as they're planning a detour. Motorists who use the Bridge Street off-ramp in Owatonna will be detoured for approximately 30 days while the ramp is closed for construction and paving, according to the Minnesota Department of Transportation. The southbound I-35 ramp at Bridge Street will be closed Monday, September 8th, today. And as construction begins on that ramp, motorists who need to exit should proceed to the 14 I-35 interchange, exit 40A for eastbound travel, and then follow on the route onto 14 East over I-35, and then take the Minneapolis-St. Paul exit into northbound I-35 at Bridge Street. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can't get there from here. So if you really do need some information, you'd like to kind of check it out, you can go to the Minnesota Department of Transportation page, and there'll be some information there. So check that out if you're kind of really curious about what's going on in I-35. It's the St. Paul Episcopal Church Rummage Sale coming up Friday, September 12th, and Saturday, September 13th. Proceeds of the sale will go to the St. Paul's Building Fund. Thanks so much for joining us on this very interesting day. We'll see you on Wednesday when we're going to talk to the Minnesota State Public School Orphanage and Lighting the Path, as well as community education information. So we'll see you then. Have a great day.